Hi my loves, welcome to your cosmic weather report for the week ahead. I've got so much to tell you about this week. There is so much going on this week, so let me get straight into it for you. We begin the week on Monday with Venus square Saturn and Mars trine Neptune. So this is going to be a really powerful start to our week and really kind of set up the week ahead. As Venus square Saturn, you're going to really be asked to look at who you allow close to you. Who do you let into your inner circle? Who do you give your time and energy and attention and love to? And is it being reciprocated? So we're really going to be able to see here where there are certain relationships and dynamics in our life that just aren't working, where we're giving too much and we're only perhaps being given breadcrumbs in return. And just has to really look at that inner circle. Who's in your inner circle? And only giving yourself, your incredible, wonderful self and your love and your time and your energy and attention to those people who are really worthy of that, because anyone who gets a piece of you is lucky, right? So we're going to really be asked to look at, are we just scattering and like breaking off pieces of ourselves in bids for attention in places where it's going ignored? Now, as Mars trines Neptune on this same day, this is a beautiful energy because this energy asks you to really begin to stand up for yourself and to say, like, no, I'm not being fed breadcrumbs here anymore. I deserve the whole loaf. Like, no, I'm going to really start to stand up for what I know that I deserve here. And Mars meeting Neptune also helps you to really trust in your deep intuition. And so you might not even have a logical reason why you're feeling like this certain relationship isn't working for you anymore, or this certain friendship group doesn't really feed you anymore. You might not even need a logical reason for it. It's about just trusting that deep intuition. And I often ask people to do this. Pay attention to how you feel when you spend time with people or you have interactions with people, because this inner knowing, this never lies. Your mind will try to convince you, you know, we've all done it. Oh, maybe they've lost their phone, or maybe this has happened. But in here never lies. And so when you're having interactions, spending time with people, giving your energy to people, you're in that energy exchange with people, just really feeling into, how does this feel deep within me? And does this feel like something I want to continue? So we're going to really be able to just clear up our circles at the beginning of the week and already begin to stand in our power, stand up for ourselves. It's going to be around setting new boundaries around yourself and what you are and aren't available for going forwards. Now, Wednesday, then, we get Mercury opposite Uranus. Now, this is always a beautiful day. Mercury is the human mind, our thinking mind. Uranus is the cosmic mind, the divine mind, cosmic consciousness. So whenever we get Mercury and Uranus meeting, we get this ability to open up and expand beyond our human mind. And so with this being an opposition can sometimes cause kind of that push-pull. You might be able to see where you're too much in human mind, too much in thinking mind, too much in trying to figure it all out. And instead, this is an invite to move into cosmic mind, to just give it up to something greater, to just ask your soul self, to ask yourself, what would I do now if I were in my higher self rather than my little human self trying to figure it all out? So a really beautiful day to expand your human mind into the cosmic mind, into something greater, and notice where you are struggling with thought processes. See if you can catch them and give them up. And that might mean saying, I can't figure this out right now. I'm going to give this up to the cosmic mind. I'm going to give this up to my higher self to figure this one out for me, because this is just going round and round and round in circles. Now, Thursday, then, we get a beautiful day on Thursday. We get Halloween. And so the traditional meaning of Halloween, the traditional name for Halloween, which is Samhain, it means summer's end. And so this is officially then when we get summer's end, we've moved through autumn, we get the first signs of winter coming through. And this is where we move into the dark half of the year. Now, what's really beautiful about this time is that it was known as the Celtic, and still to this day, the Witches' New Year, because our ancestors really understood that new beginnings don't begin at the moment of a new beginning. They begin at the moment of something else dying away. So we very often hear the kind of the phrase, all endings are new beginnings. And this is really, really true. So if we look at nature right now, our ancestors in nature understood that the new beginning doesn't happen the moment that crop grows out of the earth. It happens months before, when everything is allowed to die away. So right now, everything in nature, all those seed heads, all those leaves falling off the trees, it's a death process, it's a shedding process, and it's allowing everything to return back to the earth, into the darkness, to go inwards, to go beneath, to then gather nutrients and nourishment and wisdom and everything that's needed for that new beginning to grow. So every new beginning begins with the moment of a shedding, of a death, of allowing something to fall away, and then allowing that time for what needs to grow first beneath the surface so that it can then grow into life. And this is very often the way for a lot of our dreams and desires and things like that. We first need to grow them on the inside. We first need to grow into the version of us that can hold what we want when it arrives. And so we're all keen for new beginnings, but it's the work before the new beginning that the new beginning really begins. And so this time of year now is about really withdrawing inwards, going deep within you, going into the quiet and the stillness, and really perhaps checking in with, what is it I want to grow in my life next year? And how do I need to go within now and nurture and nourish and gather what it is that I need in order for that to happen? So this is about now going into that darkness and not being afraid of it, but instead really allowing the magic and the wisdom and the guidance that comes from going into that stillness and that silence. This is a time now that really connects us back to our deepest intuition, our deep inner knowing, that real magic and power within us. You contain within you everything that you need. Just as a seed contains all it needs to grow into what it's going to grow into, you contain within you all that you need. But we so often look outside. And this is the time of year now to go within, to go into that real wisdom within. Now, this is going to really be helped the next day, because the next day on Friday, we get the Scorpio new moon. Now, this is really beautiful energy because the moon will move into Scorpio on Halloween, and then we get the Scorpio new moon the day after on the 1st of November. So this is just magic. This is just alchemy, magic, transformation. The Scorpio new moon, the big question the Scorpio new moon will ask you is, what are you finally willing to let go of in order to be who you're meant to be and have all that you're meant to have? And so from the Scorpio new moon, from Halloween through over the next few weeks now to the winter solstice, this is a time now of death, of shedding, of letting go of those old layers of you and all those things in your life that aren't necessary, and really withdrawing your energy from the outside world, taking your energy and your power back, and your attention and your focus. Take it all back, go within and look at what is it in your life that you need to now really be letting go of. And I've said this to you often, but if you need any inspiration, go outside, go into nature, watch the leaves fall from the trees, watch the effortlessness with which that happens. Watch the ease with which that happens. Watch how nature doesn't cling and grip and hold and worry, but how nature just knows and lets go. So this is a time now to really look at, what are you finally willing to let go of to be who you came here to be. Now, on this same day, we get Mercury trine Neptune. Now, this is a beautiful energy that's going to help you to really communicate with your inner world, to communicate with the divine, to not look outside you for the answers to the questions and the solutions to the problems, but to really go within and to know that You are the universe in a human body. You are the divine in a human body. You have all that. You are nature. You are part of nature. And so follow her example, follow her lead, really let nature show you, go into that divine mind. The same divine life force energy that moves through nature also moves through you. So find a connection to that. Now, Saturday, big day Saturday, we get Mercury trine Mars, we get Mercury sextile Pluto, Jupiter sextile Chiron, and Mercury moves into Sagittarius. Big day. The weekend's quite a big weekend. Mercury trine Mars first is going to really help you to move towards your goals, your desires, what it is that you want. And as Mercury meets Pluto, it's going to help you to search for the truth. And so after that Scorpio new moon, this might be where you really start to look for the truth of, well, what is it that I really want? What is it that I want? When I take my energy and awareness from the outside, well, what do I want? What do I want for next year? What do I want for myself? Who do I want to be? And in order to do all that, how do I need to now go inwards, nurture, nourish, and gather what it is that I need? Because on this same day, Jupiter sextiles Chiron, which is an opportunity for immense personal growth and to really break habits. So break those habits that keep you in those perpetual cycles and loops, repeating the same things. You're going to be able to see how, my God, this year I thought I wanted this at the start of the year, and instead I've repeated that same pattern and done that same thing and held myself back in the same way and allowed that same sabotage. And I want to break this now. I really want to break this. So this is a day where we're going to really look to search for the truth within us and then be motivated to make the changes that we need to make. Now, Mercury in Sagittarius isn't particularly happy. It's what's known as in detriment. And this is because Mercury likes to move really quick. Sagittarius likes to explore and wander. So it's almost like, imagine going to an art gallery and Mercury just wants to whiz through and Sagittarius wants to stop at every painting and look at it in detail and talk about it and explore it. But this is a wonderful opportunity for us to do the same, to notice where we're rushing through life and instead take that pause to explore. So like sometimes if we get an emotion that comes up that we don't quite like, we want to rush it past. How do I stop this? How do I stop feeling like this? How do I make it not happen anymore? Sit with it. Why am I feeling like this? Where's this feeling coming from? What's this feeling showing me? Let me really begin to explore it. Let me get to the bottom of it. Let me go inwards. Or instead we'll feel a bit bored or we'll get an emotion we don't like. So we'll look to the outside world. We'll put on Netflix. We'll eat something. We'll call somebody. We'll distract ourselves. Instead, let me go inwards and sit with this. Where's this coming from? How can I alchemize this? What can I learn from this? It's going to really help us to explore our inner worlds. And then Sunday, we get Venus opposite Jupiter, Venus trine Chiron, and Mars opposite Pluto. So this is a day to finish off the whole week that's going to really ask you to know yourself. As Venus opposes Jupiter, there's this energy of just embracing yourself, wanting to expand into more of you. But to help with that, as Venus meets Chiron, you're going to be asked to really heal your relationship with yourself. How do you feel about yourself? How do you speak to yourself? How do you treat yourself? Do you love yourself, value yourself, worship yourself, nourish yourself? This is going to be a really beautiful day for expanding into more of you, really knowing you and wanting to take care of you. And as Mars opposes Pluto, there's going to be this passion to alchemize, to transform, to shed those layers. It's going to be like shedding skins and shedding layers of all these parts of you in your life that you know aren't serving you anymore. As there's this desire to expand into more and this feeling of what's preventing that expansion and being like, I don't want this anymore. Like, get rid of it all, release it all, let it all go. I'm really ready to love me now and put me as number one in my life and really go inwards and ask myself the answers to what I should do and ask myself what the next steps are I need to take and really give myself what it is that I need. So this is a beautiful week for real inner knowing, inner expansion, magic, alchemy, transformation, and shedding and letting go of all that you no longer need so you can expand into more of yourself. I've got 5 seconds left. I'm going to send you so much love for the week ahead, and I'll be back soon.